So now I'm obsessed with time. Come on, tell me about the time. Had it all in my hand tonight.
So should we say all that over again?
We'll just say, welcome to another episode of American Timelines. I'm Amy.
And I'm Joe.
And we are...
Idiots.
That's true. We are getting ready
We
to
are
do...
a stupid, awful couple that nobody likes.
And we are going to talk about 1998 in this
we're
episode.
We're going to talk about 1998. I'm going to go ahead and start with... let's start with let's just get the damn Super Bowl stuff out of the way.
All right, that sounds good to me.
This is a cool thing. In 1998, Broncos beat the stupid, crappy, shitty Packers that everybody hates. Ed Hoculi was the referee.
Okay.
You know who that is?
I know. No. I mean, I've heard of him from you and Jessica.
Yeah, so Jessica, our friend Jessica, who happens to be married to a beautiful man named Brian we talked about earlier, Jessica made up a T-shirt idea. As far as I know, Jessica had probably 35 different T-shirt ideas that I wish she would have probably put them all on a T-shirt. She was always coming up with cool ideas like that. And one of them, she decided to make a T-shirt, and it was called What Would Ed Hoculi Do? And those of you who like the NFL, you would know Ed Hoculi is the referee who's all built. Like he's all muscly, and he's a lawyer by trade, so he actually explains every rule ridiculously long into the microphone for each game. It's kind of ridiculous. So he just became like the most famous referee, and so she made a T-shirt of that. So, but what we really care about is the national anthem was sung by Jewel.
Okay.
Who, remember, she was like, she came out with that. Meant for me. Yeah, I think that album, that song had just come out. And then the halftime show, man, this was a great one. I would have been excited about this one. Boys to Men, Smokey Robinson, The Temptations, Martha Reeves, and Queen Latifah.
Wow.
All those people.
Yeah.
That would be great. Mm-hmm. I would still like to see that.
I'm sure you probably could YouTube it someday.
Mm-hmm. I just remember Terrell Davis was the MVP, and he was a great running back, and I just remember being happy that the Packers lost because screw them.
American Timelines would like to thank a few people. We were added to a list on Twitter of favorite podcasts by Majek Media, M-A-J-E-K. Check them out. They're always retweeting all kinds of podcasts. So if you're looking for a new podcast, that's a place to check it out, at Majek Media 1 on Twitter. So thanks to them for adding us to a cool list. We were actually mentioned on a podcast called Now That I'm Older. So, of course, when you're mentioned on a podcast, you got to listen to it. So I started following Now That I'm Older, and we were listening to it. And those guys definitely sound like some fellas I'd like to have some beers with. So listen to those guys. Listen to the Now That I'm Older podcast. Also, check out the hashtag Podern Family. When I click on hashtag Podern Family, I find such podcasts as Texas Diner Podcast. That's a Star Wars thing. So I Married a Movie Geek. And Large Marge sent us. Oh, and of course, Poop Culture. Can't forget that. So check out the Podern Family, the hashtag Podern Family if you're looking for new stuff.
1998. Bands that were formed.
Yes, and I get to guess what...
You get to guess the genre. And I won't know the answer either because I didn't have a lot of time to do this. I'm just going to... I have them on my phone. So Barry and the Penetrators.
Barry and the Penetrators.
Barry and the Penetrators were formed in 1998, and their debut album was called Beaver Country.
Is it country music?
It was formed in New Jersey.
Or is it R&B?
So it's reggae,
dub,
punk rock, reggae rock.
Okay.
So you're 0 for 1 right now.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a band called Benoit Band.
Benoit Band?
From Oakland, California.
Oh, is that like new wave?
Electronic.
Yeah,
dub,
okay.
That's pretty close. There's a band called the Buttless Chaps. It's a Canadian...
Wait, you're going to let me guess, right?
Yeah, they're Canadian.
The Buttless Chaps are, I'm going to say they're rock.
They played a hybrid of punk, new wave, and alternative country.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know how you'd guess that. But they had vocals, guitar, and banjo, and keyboards. Okay. And an accordion and a synthesizer.
Oh, my God.
That's funny. Indie rock, they called it, though. So I guess you're right. That's rock.
Yeah.
Fat Family. There's a band called Fat Family.
Fat Family?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to say they're R&B.
It's FAT, but it's soul pop, New Jack Swing.
I was a little
pretty
bit
close,
yeah,
but they're Brazilian.
Yeah.
The Gates of the Gates of Slumber.
The Gates of Slumber. What a stupid name for a band.
Does that sound like you're gonna fall asleep?
Yes, it does.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Gates of Slumber.
Yeah, let's all take a
Ready
nap.
to take a nap.
Yeah, I have no idea what that would be.
It's called Doom. doom metal or stoner metal.
Oh, I'm not sure what the stoner metal would entail.
Yeah, I don't either. I guess metal, heavy metal that have stoners, I guess. Satanic Porno Cult Shop is the name of a band.
Yeah, they must be
You'll
punk.
never. It's all one word. Satanic Porno Cult Shop. It's a Japanese experimental music group.
That was my second guess.
It was?
Yeah.
Japanese experimental group?
Mhm.
Oh, Japanese experimental. You should start listening to that.
Yeah.
Two Live Crew broke up in 98.
Did they?
Sorry, babe.
Musical genius of Two Live Crew.
Yeah, Two Live Crew was
God.
You remember that that
Awful.
skit on Saturday Night Live when I think it was like, or maybe Luther Campbell was really on it. I can't remember if it was that or Chris Rock was being Luther Campbell, but it was supposed to be Luther Campbell, and then everybody who was Luke Skywalker and random people like Phil Hartman and Jan Hooks would show up and say, "Oh, I have a great lyric for you,"
Oh,
and they
I
would
don't
like try to
remember
give
that.
him dirty lyrics, and I think it was Chris Rock. Now that I think about it, like just random white people are giving him
Like, yeah, real white
dirty,
versions of dirty lyrics.
Color Me Bad broke up in '98.
Oh, that's a shame.
Thank God. I wanna sex you up. You know, that should have been our song because we both sang that together pretty good just now.
Yeah.
You agree?
No.
Faith No More broke up. You remember
Yeah,
Faith No More?
I do.
I want it all, but you can't have it. Or you want it all. I don't know.
My roommate Marge loved Faith No More.
It's yet. What is yet? Yes, yet. What is yet?
All right.
It's yet. That's the best. Crisscross broke up in '98.
Chris Cross will make you
Jump.
jump.
I think Daddy Mac got pissed at
Yeah.
Chris, and then Cross said, F you. Porno for Pyros. You've heard
I remember
of them,
them,
right?
yeah.
They broke up. The presidents of the United States, the presidents of the United States of America broke up
Okay.
in '98.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's something that's so sad.
Yep.
SWV broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Tribe Called Quest broke up in
Oh,
'98.
did they?
They had the Love Movement album, and then they broke up after that. Yeah, 'cause
Really?
Fife.
I thought they were around longer than that.
Well, they got back together, I think, a couple times, but that was the last. The Love Movement was the last album. That was a great album.
Yeah.
But Fife and Q-Tip had a
Didn't
falling
get-
out.
didn't get along.
They have. There's a documentary. I think it's on Netflix, or it used to be. That was really, really good. And Fife was sick. You know, before he died, he got. I can't remember what disease he had, but he and Q-Tip really fought,
Didn't get along,
which sucks
yeah.
because they're awesome.
Yeah.
I love both of them.
1998.
What happened in 1998, honey?
Well, in 1998, the Royal Rumble was won by Stone Cold Steve
Oh,
Austin.
Jesus Christ.
Again, remember he won the last one, but
Yeah,
he
what's
cheated.
it- what
This
is the
one he
deal with
won, I guess.
Fair and square?
It was like the last two were him and The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
But The Rock wasn't quite The Rock yet. He was still Rocky Maivia. He was kind of
Oh, okay.
he was part of the Nation of Domination.
Okay.
They were sort of like a
Native-
Black Panthers type
Native
group.
American.
No, they were black guys that
Oh.
are like the Nation.
He's not black, is he?
of Domination. He is. Gosh, what is he exactly? His father was Rocky Johnson, who's African American.
Oh, okay.
And his grandfather on his mother's side was Peter Maivia, High Chief Peter Maivia, who was a
Okay.
Hawaiian native or a
Oh,
Hawaiian,
Hawaiian.
not
That's right.
Hawaiian, but like
Well, he's going to be our president, so.
Samoan or something like that. Who's going to be our president?
The Rock.
I think it's going to be Oprah.
Yeah, I think it's
Oprah, The Rock, 20.
Oprah and The Rock.
That'd be
It's
good.
it's a free for all now, so who fucking knows?
Anyway, Stone Cold won the Royal Rumble, and then that means at WrestleMania he got to fight Shawn Michaels for the heavyweight championship, and Mike Tyson
I
was
just
the
always
special
think
guest
I keep
referee.
thinking Shawn Michaels is the guy that owns the wrestling, but that's Vince McMahon, isn't it?
Yeah, Vince McMahon.
Because how
owns
come
it.
Shawn Michaels has a normal name and everybody else has something stupid?
Well, he was the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Oh, okay, so
he was
he
one
did
of the
have a stupid
rockers.
name.
Yeah, he had a stupid name too. Yeah, and I was thinking you might think Brett Michaels if I say Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels was. You remember he's the.
You remember? You always say that. You remember?
No, from an earlier episode when we were talking, he's the.
Oh.
He's the. Who's the American Idol guy that didn't? Who's not Brian Dunkelman?
Brian Dunkelman,
Yeah, who's the other one?
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Se- He's the Shawn
Oh.
Michaels is the Ryan Seacrest.
That's right,
Marty
okay.
Jannetty's the Dunkelman.
That's right. That's right.
But you know what? How about this? Just now,
Yeah.
I didn't remember what the Seacrest was. I could only remember Dunkelman. Who was Dunkelman's partner? I couldn't remember his name.
He's
in-
Dunkelman's the star in your eyes.
Dunkelman is the star. That's
Yeah.
what American Idol's back now this year.
Oh, it
And
is?
yeah, it's on a different channel.
Okay.
And I was really hoping Brian Dunkelman would host
Yeah.
because Seacrest got in trouble for some sex thing.
Oh,
I
he
think.
did.
Yeah.
He's down for the count again.
So Mike Tyson was a special guest referee, and he helped Stone Cold in the match.
Okay.
Something. So
1998.
one of the first recognized instances of internet democracy was seen when Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf, a regular on Howard Stern,
Yeah.
was voted. You know who that is? You used to listen to that, right?
Yep.
He was voted number 1 as a write-in for People's 50 Most Beautiful People. He beat out Leonardo DiCaprio by over 215,000 votes.
The angry drunken dwarf.
You remember that? You watched that? Or you listened to that?
Yeah. I used
So you
to listen
remember
to
that
Howard.
happening?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. The top song was Iris by Goo Goo Dolls. I love that album. I love the Goo Goo Dolls. Big movies: Saving Private Ryan, Armageddon, and There's Something About Mary. Which
I've only seen one of those.
I'll guess which one. There's Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I had never seen
Me
Saving
too.
Private
And I
Ryan.
actually that's the original working title was Semen Hair.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
that.
it was Semen Hair.
Semen hair.
That's actually the only thing I ever think about when I
know.
think of that
Me
movie.
too.
It's just the semen dripping out of her hair.
Yeah, I know. That's what anybody thinks about when they
The
think about
semen
that movie.
dripping movie.
Yeah.
That's a semen dripping movie.
Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
right.
Yeah. You want to guess? You want to guess how much a Coca-Cola 2-liter bottle cost in 1998?
I'm a 2-liter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say $1.25.
Oh no, it was only 89 cents.
Oh, I wouldn't be good on the Price is
1998.
Right.
Yeah, you'd be terrible.
I
at that.
would.
You want to guess how many BTUs a GE air conditioner had,
No, I don't care.
or what the cost of an 8,000 BTU GE air conditioner is?
What? It's so random.
$319.
Like, why do they pick these random
Yeah,
things?
I don't know. It's such a weird website, I guess.
What about Bayer aspirin? Do they mention that one?
No, it's not.
No?
It's only in that one.
It's just
so
the
it's
one.
nothing else to compare it to.
That's right.
Serena and Venus Williams said that they could beat any man ranked 200 or higher in a game of tennis. Karsten Brash, ranked 203, accepted the challenge and easily beat them 6-1 and
Boom.
6-2.
Boom. This is what I say about that.
The World Series champions in '98 were the New York Yankees. They won like every year.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, aren't they every year?
Around that time, they were just always the Yankees, and it's like, I think that's why I stopped watching baseball. Just like, oh, the Yankees again. Who cares?
That and it's incredibly boring.
And it's sometimes boring. Yeah, it's boring. The Broncos we talked about. The Bulls won the championship again. Same thing.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan every
Yeah.
year. The Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
The Red Wings again. Named after menstrual things.
They were big Blues rivals because St.
Louis Blues were?
Yeah. No. Yeah, and the Red Wings
Were the Red Wings rival? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm from Toledo, so everybody's Red Wings fans up
Yeah.
there. Like everybody's got Red Wings jerseys, and those that like hockey for some reason, which,
I've never been into hockey.
yeah, all hockey fans are pieces of shit.
No, wait a minute.
Assholes.
No.
I don't want to listen to this show.
No. Ridiculous.
Fuck hockey fans. They're all dicks.
No.
Actually, Brian McCartney, husband of Jessica,
He's a hockey.
He's
He's
fan.
a sports fanatic.
Not everything though. He doesn't. He hates basketball.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
I think basketball is one of the more entertaining things to watch.
Oh, he's not gonna like
He's
you
gonna
no
be
more.
mad at
He's gonna
me.
hate your guts.
I mean, it's a little more entertaining. It's real fast paced and stuff.
Yeah,
compared.
but the thing I hate about basketball is the game starts and it's like, okay, it's 2-0.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-2. Oh, 4-2. Oh, 4-4. Oh, 4
All right, you made your point.
It just
Yeah. It goes
it's
on.
gonna get up to the 100. So
Yeah. So it takes
So
forever.
can I just watch this in the last?
The last few
Like, I
minutes.
just want to watch the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So March Madness is going on right now.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I like. Oh, the game's almost over. This is great. Now I want to
Now
watch
I
the
can
last.
watch the last little bit.
Well, the last 2 minutes, last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like that's,
Well, that's
great.
football too, isn't it?
Yeah, football's like that too. But with football, the whole game's exciting because people get crushed and destroyed, and you can see them getting brain injuries.
Oh my
I
God.
guess that's not.
And they're
a
all
good
turning
thing.
into serial killers.
Yeah, well, if you get 200 touchdowns, you should be allowed to.
Yeah,
murder
that's
somebody,
true.
so
We kind of established
we've
that.
established that. But yeah, and then hockey. My gripe with hockey is just I can't find the puck. I can't see any. I don't know what they're doing,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I don't know. It is astonishing.
I mean,
though,
they
that-
just fight all the time.
That's
don't
the
they?
thing that's astonishing to me. That's the only sport where they just let them fight. When they start fighting, they just let them beat the
But
shit
don't
out
they
of
go in
each
the
other.
penalty box or something?
They do
if
after it's all said and done, but they just let them.
They do.
Fucking get it out, I guess.
Yeah,
Just
they-
punch the shit out of each other.
Isn't
And
that
it's-
weird?
it's
kind of a
weird.
weird thing.
Yeah, and I guess I mean,
Like,
I was,
why did hockey get to be the thing that's what they said was okay?
Yeah, well, we'll just let them fight. I remember when I first realized that or started watching it, I was like, wait a minute, what?
It's like boxing mixed with a different sport and figure skating.
Yeah, it's like they just stopped, and the referees just let them beat the shit out of each other.
Boxing and figure skating combined.
But there is something about hockey that just pisses you off when you're playing it, I think. I never could ice skate, so I've never played it, but we had, in gym class, we had
And field
floor
hockey.
You
Yeah.
had floor hockey?
We had field hockey.
that outside.
Mhm.
We had floor hockey in the gym, so it was like plastic pucks and plastic
right.
things, and you just ran with your
Yeah.
tennis shoes on. But every time I played that, I would get so fucking
mad.
pissed off. I want to beat the
Yeah,
shit out of somebody with
yeah.
that stick.
Yeah.
I get so mad because you can't. It's frustrating. You can't get the.
Well, anytime grown men are holding a stick of some sort, they'll end up beating each other with
Oh.
it. That's just human nature.
I guess that is. I mean, but I never want to beat the shit out of people when I play baseball.
That's what I was just gonna say. Baseball players don't
I never got
beat
pissed
each other
off.
with
It was
bats.
just hockey when I played hockey in gym.
But there's only
class.
one guy holding a stick in baseball. They're all holding
Everybody's
sticks.
got a weapon, I guess. That
Everyone's
might be
got
it.
a weapon in hockey.
I never got upset in basketball, but just when I played floor hockey in Miss Hyder's gym class, I wanted to beat the shit out of Robbie Jones. God damn it, Robbie Jones, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
I love Rob Jones, but I want to kick his ass when I play floor hockey.
All right, what else? Yeah.
Kentucky Derby champion.
Seabiscuit.
Right.
Oh, that was like the 30s.
Oh, this is when we went back in time.
No.
This is so far the dumbest horse name.
What is it?
Real Quiet.
That's a stupid name.
Real Quiet is the name of the horse. Real Quiet.
Who names
Quiet.
the horses? They're not real swift.
Barry
Why can't they have names like dog names?
Barry names him.
Barry does down at the horse
his name
place.
is just Barry.
Yeah, he's got a dumb name. So.
Barry Gustafson.
Okay.
He names all the horses and always has. It's been a Gustafson family tradition for a long time. Mark McGuire hit 70 home runs.
Yeah.
Do you remember all that stuff? The Mark
Yeah.
McGuire, Sammy Sosa home run races.
Yes.
That stuff was going crazy, and it's another one of those things. Like it's like with
Now
like with,
Mark McGuire juiced. Did Sammy Sosa juice? Yeah.
yeah, they both were normal sized dudes, and then all of a sudden they were
Bulked up.
monsters of humans, and then
Yeah.
they hit all these home runs, and everybody collectively just looked the other way. We all knew that happened because
Yeah.
clearly they were. And like Barry Bonds was the same one. Same way, he was like a little guy, and then all of a sudden he gains 100 pounds.
Yeah.
and then
It's all
is
muscle.
a monster, and we
Yeah.
all just pretended, oh, there's nothing. It's the same thing
Yeah.
like with George Michael. Everybody just obviously he's super gay, but everybody was just like, no, he's not gay.
See, now I never
Back in
realized
the 80s.
that he was.
I think we all didn't realize.
But I never
but
really saw him like talking and stuff. It was just
You didn't see the
singing and I
Wham
know.
video, "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go."
Well, everybody danced like that in the 80s.
He's wearing a pink sweatshirt,
That's
yellow
true.
fingerless gloves,
Yeah.
and jorts, like short jean
It's
shorts.
true.
He's
Well,
gay-
Elton John
he's
is
more
in it.
gay than he is a person.
Elton John was another one who
But everyone, that's because
he would wear
everyone,
feather boas and stuff.
right? Everyone was just completely
Liberace.
like pretended gay wasn't a thing.
That's right.
So, but we all, of course, know they're gay. If we really thought about it, but I think
Yeah.
same thing with Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa. They just everybody
They're gay.
just was like, no, it's like the same with the gay as with the steroids. We were like, oh,
You just ignore it.
you just pretend it's not there.
Yeah.
And I mean, you should be able to enjoy gay, but nobody did. Everybody's so homophobic that they
Right.
just pretended that wasn't a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to go. They didn't want to let their brains go there that there could be gay people around. Which now that we've accepted gay people, it's great because
Yeah.
they're better than everybody.
Yep.
Uh,
They love Barbies.
earring Barbie. But anyway, so that whole home run thing comes up later too. But I remember being in college when I worked at that gas station. Remember that
Yes.
gas station I worked nights?
Yes. Which I'm so shocked you never got shot at.
Well, it was a college town, but
Still, it was right by the
people-
highway.
Yeah, it was right by the highway. That was probably a bad idea. But I
Yeah.
worked nights, and I would be listening to the home run, the baseball on the
Mhm.
radio and
Yep.
stuff, and everybody was talking about. People would come in, oh, who's up? Who did Sammy hit a home run today? Oh, did Mark McGuire hit one? Because they would just go back and forth between each
Oh.
other. And it was like a race for the most home runs ever.
Yeah.
And they both blew it out of the water, but they were both steroided out.
1998.
Okay, this was the year of the famous quote, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." Scandals, R.I.P., and odd news.
This is my favorite.
George Michael, speaking of him,
Oh.
98. George
I know what
Michael-
happened.
Okay,
He
yeah.
was in the bathroom. It was a bathroom scandal.
Yep.
Yep. In a bathroom.
He was
with-
arrested in 1998 for engaging in a lewd act in a public restroom in a Beverly Hills, California park. That's the other thing. We tell people you have to hide it. You have to not let anyone know. You can't talk about it. We don't want to hear about the gay. Just hide it somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we
Act all shocked.
arrest people for
Yeah.
blowing each other in a bathroom or whatever
Yeah.
they're doing. Because that's the only place they're allowed to do it. That's the whole
Well,
fucking problem.
that or the comfort of their own home.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess.
But
they probably can't because half the people in their own home don't want to
I think
know
that
they're
it would
gay.
be bad if it was a heterosexual couple as well, but people act more shocked because of the fact that they're gay.
Oh, but you don't think you had to do it in a public restroom to hide it? I guess George Michael wouldn't have to.
Why would you be in a public restroom if you can hide it?
Oh, so maybe they were just doing it to be kinky.
I don't know. Maybe it was the thrill of the moment. Maybe
Sometimes when
they
you
gazed into
really
each other's eyes and then
a new relationship, you can't
couldn't-
help it. You just need to do it wherever
That's
you are.
right.
Maybe it was a nice public restroom.
Maybe it was
Maybe there
pushy
was a,
one.
maybe there was a glory hole.
Maybe there was an attendant.
Oh, maybe that attendant was hot.
Maybe it was the attendant.
Oh, yeah, maybe he and George Michael saw each other, and maybe he said, "Hey, didn't you that wake me up before you go guy?"
Yeah.
And then he said,
They were in London,
Yeah.
pretty sure.
"No, this was
No?
Beverly Hills, California."
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I always thought it was
I
in
accept
London.
your fucking apology.
He's English, so.
I accept your apology.
All right.
Wow, you're wrong and I'm right. The current whereabouts of serial killer Pedro Lopez, one of the most prolific killers of the 20th century, are unknown after being released for good behavior in 1998.
Where was he Brazilian, I wonder?
I don't know.
Pedro Lopez.
Pedro Lopez, he might have been, but he was one of the most prolific killers of the 20th century. He was let out for good behavior. A
That's
serial killer. That's
creepy.
crazy.
It must
Yeah.
have been in somewhere. I mean, it must have been in another country. Some countries are real lenient on their sentence.
Sony produced a Handycam night vision camcorder, which
Where is serial killer Pedro Lopez
oh
from?
god,
Don't. Oh God, me.
oh god, you all I want.
He's Colombian, so I was close. Brazilian. He killed 110 girls, but claims to have raped and killed more than 300 girls. Holy moly. And he is free. Well, that's lovely. I'm so glad.
Sony produced a Handycam night vision camcorder, which
Yeah.
unknowingly had the ability to see through people's clothes.
I knew you were going to say that.
They were immediately recalled
I don't know why I knew you were going to say it.
because I already read it while you were blathering on about
No,
that
but
guy.
you didn't read the whole thing. You
No,
didn't
I
read
didn't.
about it
I didn't.
being X-ray vision.
Don't you think if that was a possibility, they would make bank
Make a
on
lot.
that?
Yeah, I know.
I would buy that.
It's probably illegal.
today.
It's probably illegal.
Oh,
You can't take pictures of people with X-ray cameras.
well, what if you wanna?
Well, because you can't. Because that's illegal.
Oh man,
Then you get to see people. You just want to see the neighbors.
I want to see all of our neighbors.
Yeah.
They are looking fine.
All right. What else?
When they drop the coupons, they looking fine.
All right.
Yeah, the whole Monica Lewinsky thing was 98.
Oh yeah.
We all know about that. The news of his extramarital affair and the resulting investigation eventually led to the impeachment hearing of Bill Clinton in 1998.
My favorite was when John Goodman would play Linda Tripp.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
And
he
it
was
was
great.
awesome.
John Goodman was great. There are 3 quickie celebrity marriages in 1998.
All right. Britney Spears and that idiot.
Britney Spears wasn't even around in
Oh.
98. Carmen Electra and Dennis Rodman,
Yeah. I
9
remember
days.
That.
They were married for 9
9
days.
days.
Catherine Oxenberg and Robert Evans, 12 days.
Okay.
I don't know who either one of those are.
I know who Catherine Oxenberg is.
You do? Who's that?
She was on Dynasty or something.
Oh, who gives a shit. Jerry Seinfeld met his wife while she was engaged to another man. She married the other guy in June 98, went on a 3-week honeymoon, came back and moved in with Seinfeld. Divorced her husband by October and was engaged to Seinfeld before the year was out, November 98.
Boom. I wonder if they're still married.
I thought he married somebody. Isn't he on a second marriage? I have no idea.
No
I thought
clue.
he married like somebody real young, like she was like a teenager.
This is one of the parts Ryan's going to start screaming at the.
Yeah.
at
I
the-
thought Jerry
the phone.
Seinfeld married a
I think he was married to
19-year-old.
Drew Barrymore.
And, and I think the other guy who she left after the honeymoon was Brian Dunkelman.
It could be.
Could have been. I wonder who that was. I wonder if it was Elaine Boozler.
Could be.
You think so? Remember her?
Yeah, I do.
The pop vocalist death of 98. 82 years old.
Who's a pop vocalist?
Pop vocalist.
It was 82.
Yep.
I don't know.
He's quoted as saying, "I got chunks of guys like you in my
Oh,
stool."
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
I don't ever think of him when I think of pop.
Yeah, I don't either. But I
Yeah.
guess that was popular.
Yeah, back then,
Yeah, back in the crooner
Yeah.
days. Country legend vocalist death.
Country legend vocalist. Johnny Cash.
Nope.
No.
It's a lady. She was 55.
Oh, Tammy Wynette.
Tammy Wynette.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't think I knew that she was dead.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure who she really is.
She sings "Stand by Your Man."
Oh, okay. I guess I did know that.
Yeah.
Pop star turned congressman death.
What? Pop star
Turned
congressman.
congressman.
I have no idea.
Sonny Bono.
Oh, right. That's right.
Remember when Sonny Bono died?
I do.
And the most tragic of all,
Yes.
I remember exactly where I was when I heard the news. Television star, comedian death.
Oh, Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman, age 49. That was
It's so sad.
awful. That was just an awful thing. I
Yes.
remember the moment I heard the news, I was
Yeah.
so shocked and appalled and upset. I was in a van
Yeah.
down by the river. No, I was not. I was driving a van for the library.
Yeah.
I delivered books from one library
That's
to
right. I
another.
remember you did that.
And I remember hearing it was a morning. I worked mornings, and I
Yeah.
was driving. I heard it on the radio, and I was just
Yeah. Poor Phil Hartman.
stunned. And they had Victoria Jackson and
Jan
John
Hooks.
Lovitz or somebody
Oh,
was
yeah.
on the radio. They were all on the radio talking about it. And they were all in tears and all shook
Yeah.
up, and they were trying to like put pieces together, and they didn't know what happened. And turned out his wife.
His
was
wife-
crazy.
Yeah, she killed him and
She
she
was
killed
nuts.
herself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's
yeah,
terrible. Phil
it
Hartman was
was.
the best.
He was.
So talented and funny. Oprah Winfrey died in 1998.
No, she did not. You
Yeah.
liar.
Oh no, she hired the company Courtroom Sciences Inc.
Mm-hmm.
to help her analyze and read the jury during her Texas cattleman lawsuit in 1995.
Texas cattleman lawsuit.
She was so impressed by the head of the company, Phil McGraw, that she eventually had him appear weekly on her show
Dr. Phil.
in 1998 before his own show was launched. That was Dr. Phil.
So wait a minute.
Courtroom Sciences Inc.
He worked for Courtroom Sciences Inc.
I guess.
I
don't
know he's
what
not
the
a real doctor
Texas cattleman lawsuit. Why is he called Dr. Phil?
because he's a jackass. I think.
A lot of people like Oprah less because of Dr. Phil.
Yeah. Well, because and Dr. Oz too. He's kind of a charlatan too.
They don't like him either.
No, he's a shill.
People are so stupid.
What?
On April Fool's Day, 1998, Burger King took out a full-page ad in USA Today introducing a Whopper designed especially for lefties. The new burger would contain the same ingredients as the original, but rotated 180 degrees.
Oh my God.
Thousands of customers swarmed BK restaurants requesting the lefty Whopper.
Oh God. People are stupid. Left-handed
People
people
are
are fucking stupid.
Fucking left-handers. I'm going to say it again. Fuck left-handed people. I hate those fuckers. I've always hated them with their
They're so-
stupid red scissors.
It's so stupid.
Everybody else
Yeah,
had the green
red-
scissors.
yeah,
They had the
red
red-handled scissors. That
That's
stupid
right.
sons of bitches. Greg Jones was a fucking lefty. And I
Yep.
think he wasn't left-handed. He just wanted everyone to feel special and told everybody he's left-handed so he could use the fucking different scissors.
Yeah, the red scissors.
Goddamn left-handed dicks.
That's funny.
If you're a left-hander and you're listening right now, turn off the podcast.
Stop it.
Delete the podcast.
Stop.
You're not allowed to listen. Sorry. It's for right-handers only.
Stop.
Okay. You're welcome, left-handers, to listen.
Yeah.
Amy talked me into it. You're lucky she's on this podcast, or else
Yeah.
you left-handers will be banned from the podcast.
Well, they are pretty stupid.
Fucking idiots. I hate them.
All
I
right.
hate them.
All right.
No, I don't hate them. I
You're
love left-handers.
joking.
If you're a left-hander and you know me personally and you're listening out of courtesy, let me know, and I owe you a hug. A 35-second
shirtless hug.
Shirtless, 35-second, sweaty hug where I kind of drool and cry at the same time.
That's
and
right.
I'm eating a waffle cone
That's
with
right.
chicken in it.
All
and
right.
syrup.
Okay.
Yep. So that's what I'll give you.
Okay.
The website hamsterdance.com was created in 1998 as a result of a competition between Canadian students to see who could generate the most traffic, and is one of the earliest examples of an internet meme. The song, produced by the Boomtown Boys, came out in 2000.
Oh. Okay.
You ever heard of
I
that?
have never seen the hamster dance.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Make Audrey watch it.
See what she thinks.
Yep. One satellite failed in 1998, and it caused about 80% of the world's pagers to stop working.
Pagers. Pagers are stupid
Yeah.
too.
My pager. Yo, you call my pager. What do you want? Scott Page.
I wonder if anybody still uses a pager.
No. Nobody uses those. Oh, only when you're trying to wait for a table at a restaurant.
That's right. Or if you're like a drug dealer and you don't want or I guess they have burner cell phones and that's what they would use. I guess.
I don't know.
I wonder if they make pagers still for any reason.
I don't think so.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I wonder what drug dealers do. Do they tweet or Snapchat because it disappears?
Oh, maybe. But you can screenshot Snapchat, so it doesn't ever really
Hey,
disappear.
if you're a drug dealer and you're listening, just hit us, call us, give us a call at 1-900-HOT-TITS.
That's right.
No, or hit us up at Twitter, at History for Jerks.
Yep, and tell
Or
us.
you can email us at historyforjerks, gmail.com or something.
That's
I don't
right.
know, whatever it is.
We
let us
better
know.
get it
How do
right,
you-
because what if there really is somebody who wants to email us?
It's historyforjerks at
Gmail.
gmail.com, but we have a website. You can leave a comment on our website, historyofjerks.com.
History for
History
jerks.
for jerks,
Not
sorry.
history of jerks.
History for
It is kind of a history of
It is a
jerks.
history of jerks, and these two fucking jerks doing this goddamn
Yeah.
podcast. So seriously, we just started this podcast as trying to do something for fun, do
Yeah,
something
that's right.
together, and it's taking off. You know, we can't control it.
That's right.
Maybe it's not taking off, but we just
pretend.
enjoy doing this.
We
So
pretend.
fuck you if you're not listening or are listening, or if you're wondering why we're doing it. We like doing this. So what?
Well, and maybe it is taking off. We don't know.
1998.
David Bowie launched a dial-up internet service provider known as BowieNet, which came with its own email and exclusive content. The service lasted until 2006.
Oh.
Oh, the final episode of Seinfeld aired on May 14th,
Oh,
1998.
that was sad because it was over. Because it never jumped the shark, Seinfeld. But
Oh,
that's
listen to
probably
this. The TV Land Network honored the occasion by airing no programming in the show's time slot. Instead, the network just showed a still photo of a closed office door.
why. Oh, wow.
Oh, Seinfeld. That was sad when that
Yeah.
ended. Oh, Harry Potter's stupid shit book.
Those are good books. Henry loves those books.
I like Henry. Leonard Nimoy hosted a Y2K family survival guide in which various interviewees, including congressmen, medical professionals, and computer technicians, discussed the implications of Y2K and how various computer systems could fail catastrophically.
Oh, that was a biggie.
I don't know what a big deal that whole
Yes,
thing
it
was.
was.
It just was nothing.
Yep, nothing
Just
happened.
was nothing.
I always knew it was nothing going to be.
You
Yep.
didn't.
I did too.
You
I always
were
said,
worried.
shit's going to
You
happen.
were scared. You were
Not at
crying,
all.
shitting your pants. New Year's Eve '99.
Nope.
I thought at least Prince would have been doing something big on '99.
Yeah, no kidding.
The U.S. National Institute of Health redefined the BMI for overweight from 27.8 to 25, making 25 million Americans previously thought of as healthy officially overweight.
Those
Sons
fuckers.
of bitches.
Those fuckers.
And now this is why my doctor tells me I'm a fat piece of shit every time I go in there.
Yeah.
She's like, you are a fat, worthless tub of shit, and I hate your guts.
She's a little abusive.
Oh my God, this is a huge one. Huge! Gillette introduced the Mach 3 razor, the first triple blade shaving tool.
So everybody's twat hairs were shaved
Oh,
clean off.
twat hairs. Beautiful twat hairs. Roy Berger did 3,416 push-ups in Ottawa, Canada on August 30th
On his finger.
with his dick.
We got a lot of push-up. We got a lot of push-up
Push-up
history.
history.
Lots of push-up
we
history.
can make a whole new podcast
There's
called
a push-up
Push-Up History.
Push-up history.
History of push-ups. Yep.
Cost of the Super Bowl added 1998.
$1,500,000. No?
You're 200,000 off.
Damn. What is it?
1 million. Well, you're 200,000 off.
Well, is it up or down?
Down.
Oh.
1,300,000.
Don't make me do math this late at
You
night.
stupid idiot. No, I'm just kidding. You're not an idiot. You're a beautiful idiot.
By the way, we do this podcast very late at night after working full days. So if we're extra idiotic, sometimes that's why.
That's why we're idiots, not just because we're idiots. Do you remember the year 98, A Bug's Life and Ants?
Yes.
Both came out. There were two movies about bugs.
Yeah. They were.
And this led me to believe that this was a new era and that we would just have bug movies every year.
No, it didn't.
Forever. There was two in 1 year.
I know, but that didn't lead you to believe anything.
So I assumed that there would be bug movies all the time, and now there's not anymore.
There was a bee movie. Who knows? Who cares?
Big Lebowski was a great movie that year.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Remember the song from Armageddon? Don't want to miss a thing.
That's a horrible song.
I sing that because there's a girl that I work with that looks kind of like Liv Tyler, so every time I see her, I sing that to her, and she hates it.
I'm sure she does.
She hates my guts. And she threw a shoe at me once.
She's not the only person to have done that either.
Godzilla came out in 98.
Oh, your brother Andy hates
that pissed Andy off. And
Andy-
you remember Andy from last episode? Good thing he wasn't here for this episode because
Yeah.
he would go on a
On a-
tirade.
Yeah, about
He would
Godzilla.
scream and yell and
I
run out.
clearly remember that.
If you ever want to piss him off, mention the Godzilla movie.
And
98.
say that you thought it was good.
Yeah.
Then he will.
He will
his
probably cut
head will
you.
pop
He'll
off.
strangle you.
Yeah.
He hated it. He had an irrational thing with Godzilla, though. Like, all because he had a toy that he loved when he was a kid of Godzilla.
He probably still
It was
owns.
his favorite toy. He probably does. And so he couldn't wait for that movie, and then it was awful.
Awful.
And he's mad. The Truman Show,
Yeah, I remember.
Waterboy, The Wedding Singer.
Adam Sandler was busy.
You've Got Mail.
Oh, stupid.
That came out in 98. Patch Adams. Remember that?
Oh, it's
Awesome.
awful.
So Saving Private Ryan was the number one. ER was the number one show still. Followed by Friends.
I never watched ER.
Frasier. I didn't either. I didn't like the blood and guts. You'd probably love it. You love
No, it
guts
was
and
like
gross shit.
Yeah, it's too much. It was like a soap opera.
Montel Jordan was still big in 98. Celine Dion, Blackstreet, Backstreet Boys,
Montel
Aerosmith,
Jordan, wasn't he
Dixie
a talk
Chicks.
show guy?
No, he sang
Who am I thinking of?
This is how we do it.
What-
This is how we
which
do
Montel
it. There
is
was a
it?
Montel. I don't know what his last
Montel
name
Williams
is.
or something?
Montel Williams.
Is that right?
Puff Daddy. R. Kelly was big in 98.
R. Kelly's getting peed on by 12-year-olds.
The number one hits were Candle in the Wind, Truly Madly Deeply by Savage Garden,
Yeah.
Janet Jackson, Together Again, Usher, Nice and Slow, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, Getting Jiggy With It by Will Smith,
Yeah.
Getting Jiggy With It, na 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 na
All
na
right.
na na na
Enough
na
of
na
that.
na. Getting Jiggy With It. Lauryn Hill, Doo Wop, That Thing, That
Yeah,
Thing,
that's
That
a good song.
Thing. The Oscars were hosted by Billy Crystal, and Titanic won
Again.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Crystal won. He hosted
We just
again.
we just watched the crash scene from Titanic in my classroom
You did?
yesterday. Yeah, it's really good. I never saw the movie.
I never did either. We
but
should watch it.
The actual crash scene is really well done.
Oh,
it's scary because we
scary as hell.
read a story about
Did
Titanic.
the kids panic and cry?
No, but it was interesting to watch. It made it interesting. to
And
them.
the Grammys were hosted by Kelsey Grammer.
Really?
That's probably a joke. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Grammys by Grammer. Yeah, I didn't know he ever hosted them.
Why would he?
But Frasier was big then.
Oh, okay.
And the big three winners that won, they each won 3 Grammys, were Bob Dylan, R. Kelly, and Alison Krauss. You know who that is?
No.
She's a country singer, I guess, bluegrass.
Then I would not know her.
Yeah,
Is it my turn?
It's time for a deep dive. I got a fresh hop slam. I'm ready to deep dive into yourself.
And some giant glasses.
I got some giant glasses, reading glasses. I got a delicious hop slam.
All
I'm ready
right.
to make a deep dive.
I'm going to deep dive into serial killer Wayne Adam Ford.
Oh, a serial killer.
Yes.
Wayne
You said you prefer those, so.
Wayne Adam Ford. I do. I think I do. I
And
think.
yeah, so I
don't know
accept
why
your
I do.
apology for all the times you make fun of me for liking serial
No,
killers.
I don't like him. I just don't like sadness.
Yeah,
Well, these are all sad.
they're all
but-
sad. But my favorite, though, when I open Wikipedia and try to read about him, at the very top, the first thing it says is, "This article is about the American serial killer. For the Iowa State Representative, see Wayne Ford." And I thought that was hysterical.
So poor Wayne Ford probably
Yeah.
has on his signs, Wayne Ford, not the serial
Not the
killer.
serial killer.
Poor guy. Wouldn't you change your name? There was a local guy here in North Carolina named Dennis Rape.
Yep, that's
And he
right.
kept running for student
Senate or
school
something.
board. No, the
Oh,
school
school
board.
board. And yeah, that's right. His name was Dennis Rape.
And that's the worst name. Just you have to, if you want to be on school board, Dennis, that's fine, but you have to change your name.
Yeah, you can't.
No one will vote for rape on the school board.
No, that's true.
No rape on the school board.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right, so on
Dennis.
November 4th, 1998, Wayne Adam Ford made headlines when he walked into the sheriff's station in Northern California, pulled from his pocket a Ziploc bag with a severed breast inside, and admitted to killing 4 women.
Oh, where was this?
Northern California.
Northern California. On November 4th, he walked into a police station with a boob.
With a boob in a bag.
A boob in a bag of
Pulled
boobs.
it out from his pocket and said, "I killed 4 women."
Oh my gosh, on November 4th, huh?
Was there anything on November 4th that you wanted to discuss?
Well, the night before, this guy walked in with a boob. Jesse the Body
Yeah.
Ventura was, because it was a Tuesday,
Yeah.
is November 3rd. Jesse the Body Ventura was elected governor of Minnesota. All the police in the station they were probably at the water cooler talking about the previous night's TV shows of Home Improvement, Moesha, Just Shoot Me, that show Working with Fred Savage.
Yeah.
And they probably were talking about Spin City and the show The Hughleys. Remember that?
No.
They're probably just all talking about, oh, did you see America's Greatest Pets last night?
Yeah.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer was on the night before.
It could have.
But they probably were really all talking about Jesse the Body. Can you believe a wrestler is a governor in
Yeah,
Minnesota?
that's true.
And then this guy walks in Northern California with a boob.
That's right. So he was 36. He was being held on murder charges in the Humboldt County Jail on $1 million bail.
He was being held at that point.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yes. So Sheriff Dennis Lewis said Ford walked into his department, said he had some evidence, and pulled out the baggied boob.
The boob. Just
The
one boob,
One
not
boob.
2 boobs.
Just one. According to the sheriff, he was remorseful and apparently had reached a point in his life where he wanted to talk about what he'd been involved in. So isn't that nice?
I cut off a boob, and now
Yep.
it's time to talk about it.
So investigators in Eureka said the 4 victims he mentioned were female hitchhikers and or sex workers who had been sexually assaulted before they were slain and mutilated.
Those poor people.
One of the slayings dated back to 1997 when the torso of a woman, 18 to 25, was found floating in a channel near Eureka.
Is that
So
a torso?
it
Hey,
was
Dale.
just a
Dale, grab that. Is that a torso?
It was
or is
just
that
a
an
torso.
octopus? Torso.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
a
a torso,
torso.
not an octopus.
So
All right.
they
Leave
can't.
it
You
in
can't
there.
identify a torso because the head's not there. You can't
There's
do
no
dental records.
prints.
No dental records. No prints.
That's why we need a boob registry. I think no two boobs
Well,
are
now-
probably the same. A nipple registry, maybe.
Well, now if there was implants, they have. I think a lot of breast implants
Right.
have serial numbers on them.
So what you're suggesting is that all women get implants?
No.
Or all people get implants?
I'm just saying if
everyone.
that would have been helpful.
You're
but-
saying you want everyone to get implants, men and women.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. No,
I would never
All
leave
right.
the house.
So,
Oh,
all right.
I've been squeezing my own boobs.
So investigators found 6 or 7 body parts of the unidentified women based on information Ford provided. The breast he brought to the sheriff's station was from another victim. The first body found was discovered in October 1997. It had been so thoroughly dismembered that her identity remains unknown.
They still don't know who it is?
Believed to have been a hitchhiker who Ford picked up, her mutilated torso was found in a marsh near Eureka.
Oh, Eureka.
One of her arms was later found on a beach. Her head, other arms, and parts of her legs are still missing. So he stored other body parts in the freezer of his Arcata trailer for a year,
He lived in a trailer?
and according to laboratory analysis, apparently tried to cook some of them.
Well, I mean, what else are you going to do with it?
That's true, I guess. On June 2nd, 1998,
June 2nd, 98, a very serious thing happened, and I'm still upset about it. And it's actually seriously very upsetting. Sylvester Ritter died in a car accident. He was known as the Junkyard Dog. He's
Oh,
from the
I've heard of
Charlotte
that.
area. Actually,
Yeah.
I recently found out I work with a guy who went to high school with him.
oh wow.
He played football. He was a big dude. The Junkyard Dog, JYD, was the best. He was the dog.
I
baby.
remember
he
that.
was the
I remember
dog.
him.
So he died. And here's the saddest thing about it. He fell asleep at the wheel and
Oh, wow.
crashed, leaving his daughter's graduation.
Oh, that's sad.
Just got to see his daughter graduate high
Yeah.
school, and then he died.
That's sad.
He was the best. Oh, the JYD.
All right,
the
Dave.
dog.
Okay, so then on June 2nd, the nude body of a Las Vegas sex worker, Tina Renee Gibbs, 26, was found in a Kern County aqueduct. She'd been strangled. 4 months later, the nude body of Lynette Dion White, a 25-year-old sex worker from Fontana, was found floating in a San Joaquin County irrigation canal.
Well, on June 2nd, that night they found her body in the aqueduct.
Yeah.
It was the same night Dan Aykroyd had a sitcom on called Soul Man.
All right.
I forgot that happened.
Then Patricia Ann Temez's nude body was found floating in the California aqueduct in San Bernardino County in October 1998. She had been strangled and one of her breasts was removed, the one he carried in his coat pocket more than a week later.
That was the boob he
That was
carried
it,
in.
yeah.
So it was a week-old dead boob?
Yes. I think he was keeping it in his freezer.
He's carrying her boob around the freezer, and he decided, I'm going to just turn myself in.
Yeah, and
Take
so
a
he
tit
took
with
it.
me.
Yep, that's what he did. So after confessing to killing the 4 women, he told authorities he turned himself in so he wouldn't kill his ex-wife and leave his son an orphan. So that was
his motivation
His
for turning
rage,
himself in.
yeah, because his
He was afraid
rage
he was gonna kill his wife.
yeah, his ex-wife. His rage was directed towards her. He said he was ashamed of what he was doing, and his anger was mostly directed against his wife, and he was getting more angry at her every day for keeping him from seeing their son. People who knew Ford have said he regularly complained that since his separation and divorce from his wife, he's been frustrated in his efforts to see their son. In a
I think she made the right decision.
yeah, I think she did too. In a 3.5-hour interview with investigators just before his arraignment, he disclosed the location of the head of a woman's headless torso that was found October 26, 1997, in a channel outside Eureka. Pathologists hope to use knife and saw marks on the bones from 5 body parts he led them to at a campsite outside Trinidad to match them with still unidentified torso. He had kept the body parts in a freezer in his Airstream trailer in Arcata for the past year, but hid them in a hole at the base of a tree just days before turning himself in. So he put them in a hole in the tree. So
Gonna be a lot of ants.
a lot of ants.
A lot of bugs on those
Yep.
body parts.
So his arrest led officials to identify Patricia Ann Temez, who was a 29-year-old Victorville woman discovered dead 2 weeks ago in California Aqueduct, which I already talked about. She had been working as a sex worker at truck stops, and
That's, I guess, where you get the most
a
work.
friend said she was an upper middle class college student who dropped out because she liked to party too much and was really into crystal meth. So stay away from meth kids.
That's a good route. That's a direct route to being a sex worker.
Yep, and being a serial killer's.
Yeah. Do you want to end up being a boob that a serial killer takes into a police station? Take some of this crystal meth. That's
right.
probably going to be what happens to you.
Exactly. So another one of his victims, Tina Renee Gibbs.
We should wake up our kids and tell them about this.
Yeah.
So that just to make sure they don't do crystal meth.
So she was a sex worker from Las Vegas, and
What's her name?
Tina Renee Gibbs.
Tina Renee Gibbs.
He admitted killing her, saying she died during rough sex that included bondage. And then the other two victims remain unidentified. He didn't know, couldn't remember their names. They were hitchhikers, though.
He didn't even know their names.
So who is Wayne Adam
Everybody
Ford?
knows your name.
Wayne Adam Ford was born in Petaluma, California. He suffered a head injury at the age of 2. Ding, ding, ding. We fell off down the
Again,
stairs or something.
That's crazy. You said, I don't know, you said this a few episodes ago, that
Yeah.
that's a common thing with serial
Yes.
killers. I never knew that in my life.
Well, so all of those helmets that the kids wear now when they're riding their bikes have probably saved the world from how many countless future serial killers.
So,
Yeah.
so all these people that go around saying, I never wore a helmet.
Yeah.
I didn't need to.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
guess what? All your friends are fucking serial killers because of it.
that's right. And then he suffered another head injury when he was 19 and was hit by a drunk driver. So he had 2 head injuries, and the second one caused noticeable personality changes. That's when his personality, it was
So
like
the
a
drunk
TBI.
driver did it. So we should probably make drinking and driving illegal.
Yeah, we probably should. When he was 9, his parents got divorced, and then he would go back and forth between them, and then he also lived with an uncle for a time as a teenager.
That uncle was probably up to no good.
Yeah, usually. And then when he was 17, he joined the Marine Corps,
Oh, the Marines.
and when he was 20, he met his first wife. Then when he was 21, he was arrested for attempted rape of a 15-year-old.
Oh, well, it took a turn.
Yeah, it
Took a
did.
turn at 21.
Yep. And then when he was 22, he started therapy and got a divorce,
Therapy to try to stop raping
I
15-year-olds.
guess. But then he
But
was
when was the TBI?
the first
19?
one when he was 2, and then another one when he was 19.
The 19 was the one that had the personality
Yes,
differences.
yes.
So he was 19, and then he started trying to rape people.
Yeah. Then
But he got married in between there.
he did. He got married. Well, he got married,
like,
and then he tried
Bam!
to rape
I
the
got
girl.
a different personality. I want to rape people. Oh, hey, Judy, want to get married?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I
right.
love you.
So he was ultimately admitted into a psychiatric ward at the Naval Hospital for homicidal ideations.
Oh.
The psychiatrist diagnosed Wayne with adjustment reaction with mixed features and a personality disorder with explosive and immature features.
Huh. I haven't heard of the first one. I've heard of personality disorder.
Yeah, which is a personality disorder is a horrible
Yeah, it's,
mental illness. It really is debilitating, and
it's very hard to deal with. It's
It
very hard
is.
for people
It is.
who deal with these folks to realize that it's a disability. It just seems like they're just an asshole.
yeah, that's right.
It's kind of like what's the
Narcissistic.
ODD?
Oh, oppositional
defiant disorder. Is that the same thing as personality disorder?
No,
Or
that's
the
in
same
something in
ballpark?
kids.
Oppositional defiant disorder or
It's like
something.
when you're just a bad kid.
Yeah, they diagnose it in somebody, and as far as I can tell,
Yeah.
it's just that they're a fucking asshole
Yeah,
about
that's right.
everything,
Yep.
always.
Yep, that's true.
And they can't figure out why. Well,
Yeah.
there's no reason to be an asshole. He's just being an asshole.
he's just an asshole.
Okay, he's got ODD. He's just always a fucking asshole.
That's right. It's exactly right. So then, let's see. He was demoted from the rank of sergeant to corporal.
While he's still in the psychiatric hospital?
Yeah, after a number of infractions and write-ups, and then he started taking Haldol after some episodes of violence.
Oh, that'll mess you up.
Yeah, I know those side effects are really bad.
Haldol's not.
In October.
Ain't got to be fucked with.
No, in October of that year, he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, severe and chronic, and then he moved back in with his uncle.
So he's discharged from the Marines.
Yes.
He moved in with his uncle.
He was honorably discharged. They said.
Honorably?
Yeah, they said that.
Don't
Then
sound like no honor to me.
when he was 24, he was honorably discharged for convenience of the government, character and behavior disorders. So I don't understand the convenience of the government. That was a quote.
I would think you would take some time and maybe Google that.
Well-
and be more prepared for our podcast.
Yeah, well, I didn't. So then in February 1985, he began driving delivery trucks for Sears and Ward's and repairing boats. He
Well, that's
soon
pretty good.
quit that job and moved to Southern California because the work was beneath him, he said.
I don't want to fix boats. I'm not a boat fixer. I'm
that's
way
right.
above that.
So then in
I'm a boob haver.
And
I'm
then-
a boob cutter offer.
And then in 1986, he worked as a driver's helper loading trucks for American Delivery Service.
That's way better than a boat fixer.
And he delivered papers for Orange County Register. He worked at 2 car dealerships, a motorcycle shop, drove a school bus for disabled children,
Oh.
became a tow truck driver, and a security guard.
All those things at once?
No, he just went from job to job to
so
job.
that's a lot of jobs.
Yeah, he'd be like, remember that Living Color Jamaica man?
14 jobs.
Yeah,
I have
Jamaica man.
14 jobs.
Then in 1986, he met a woman named Wadad Radwan, and he
Oh.
developed an on and off 6-year relationship with
Wadad.
her.
Did he cut her boobs off?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
He was arrested in 86 for animal cruelty, too. He shot a dog in his backyard.
Well, you know. we
Animal
don't know.
cruelty is another serial
another
killer
serial killer
signpost.
sign.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not defending that. I'm not saying you should kill dogs in your yard, but We don't know the circumstances. What if it was a rabid dog that got into his yard and was going to kill him?
Yeah.
Have you seen Stella when I tried to take a sandwich away from her?
Yeah, no kidding.
She's pretty crazy.
She is. So then he, in October of 1987, he was 26. He met
Same year as the License to Ill album came out.
he met and moved in with Janice Hawkins, and
Janice Hawkins.
he
baby.
masturbated in front of her teenage daughter, though.
Was she
So-
cool with it? Or
No.
Was she,
he-
I mean, Janice.
Janice
Obviously,
was
the teenage
not.
daughter wasn't.
Janice wasn't cool with that. No.
That you shouldn't do that.
So
just
then-
like the last episode.
Yep.
Judy was masturbating with a red backpack.
Now we don't know if that was Judy.
Oh, somebody was masturbating.
Somebody was
with a red backpack.
masturbating. So then
There's a lot of this. This is becoming kind of a masturbation pod.
masturbation push-ups podcast.
A masturbation push-up podcast.
So then he moved back in with a previous woman, Wadad.
What dog, yo?
And then in 1988, he found a teen couple that was broken down by the side of the road. He brought them home, and then Wadad came home and found him playing cards. And he
was playing cards with the teenagers.
with the teenage couple.
Hey guys,
And-
I know you're broken down and you want to get to where you're going, but let's play cards at my place. I got a boob in the fridge.
well, and he had shorts on, and his balls were hanging out of his shorts while he was sitting there playing cards. And he
Well.
said that he liked to watch the girl's reaction
to seeing his balls.
to seeing his balls
Did he-
hanging out. Yeah.
Did he
Yeah.
crumble up the scrotum and like, hey, look at this chewed up piece of gum?
Stop. Have you ever done that? Is that why you think
Is it
that's
chewed up-
funny?
See this chewed up piece of gum?
That sounds like something you might have done before. Let's not. Okay, we're
a
not
guy
going
I
to that.
know.
I don't want to go
A
into
guy
that.
I know did that.
All right. So, anyway,
It looks like a chewed up piece of gum.
All right.
And then before they realize it, they're looking at your scrotum before
Yeah.
they realize it.
I'm going to call the cops.
Scrotums are gross.
I'm calling the authorities
Called
right now.
Debbie.
So then, also in 1988, he watched his roommate's cousin sleep naked through a window.
1998 is when Hacksaw Jim Duggan won the Royal Rumble.
88.
88 is when Hacksaw Jim
Okay.
Duggan won the first Royal Rumble ever. So
Then-
he did what to his cousins?
He was watching his roommate's cousin sleep naked through a window. So he was watching through a window.
His roommate's cousin?
His roommate's cousin was sleeping naked, and he was watching peeping Tom, basically, behavior. Then in 1992, at age 31, he applied for a job with the U.S. Border Patrol,
Oh, that makes sense.
but he didn't get it because his application was very odd, and he had a bunch of lies about,
Is this guy white?
yeah, and most serial killers are.
White people are crazy.
White people are crazy.
White people crazy.
So then in 1992, he punched a girl in a bar and
Well,
injured her. Says it was an
now-
accident.
Who hasn't punched a girl in a bar?
Then in 1993,
Wait,
he
no,
was
I don't.
arrested for suspicion of firing a weapon and cruelty to animals again. Which,
God, cruelty to animals is.
yeah,
You know, if they
that's
just,
one of the worst.
yeah, if they just find anybody who does that, they just put them away forever.
Yeah.
There'd be no more murders.
Then in 1994, he was 32. He married his wife, his next wife,
His second wife.
Second wife. That's right. And then in 95, he had a son named Max, which was born to his wife with
That's
his
a
wife.
trendy. That was a trend. That was above the trend. That was
Yeah, it
before
was.
Max was a popular name. So
Then in 96, his wife leaves him, and this is where this is the ex-wife that causes him to.
this wife that leaves
Snap.
him is the one that makes him snap.
So in October 14th of 97, that's when he picked up his first victim, who was the torso girl.
This is when he started killing. That was
That's
his
when
first
he started
kill.
killing. That's right.
Oh my God! He went into a psychotic rage. His wife left him.
She was estimated to
Number
be
kill people.
18 to 25 years old.
He already did all the gross sex stuff, but this is first murdering.
Yeah. And they could only tell that she was between 18 and 25. She was a non-smoker, and she had given birth before.
That's all they could tell about her.
Because she's just a torso.
And her lungs were okay because she didn't smoke.
Yeah. Then October 26, 97, a human torso later determined to belong to the victim number one. That's when it was found. That was the date it was found.
October 26, 97.
Then in January of 98, he got drunk at a bar and was bragging that he hated women and he wanted to cut them up and hide all of the body parts. So
He was
somebody,
bragging that?
Yeah, in
and
a
people
bar.
were like, that's a brag?
And people
And they were probably watching Royal Rumble at the bar and
It
Stone
could've
Cold
been.
Steve Austin was winning.
Could have been. And then in February 98, that's when he started driving a long haul truck. So he was kind of known as the trucker killer kind of thing. In May of 98, he picked up the second victim, who was Tina Renee Gibbs that I talked about.
Tina Renee Gibbs.
Then in June 2nd, 98, that's when her body was
Her
found.
birthday, and her body was found while Sylvester Ritter was dying in a car crash.
And an autopsy determined she died of strangulation.
Oh.
Then September 98, he
That's so
allegedly
fun.
picked up his third victim, who I talked about, Lynette Dion White, who was
Yeah.
25. And
September 25th?
September 25th is when her body was found.
Her body was found the same night that a Vivica Fox and John Cryer show Getting Personal was on.
That sounds terrible.
so was Two of a Kind, which is a show that the Olsen twins did together when
Oh,
they were a little bit older.
God.
And September 25th just happened to be
Here we go.
the same night Mark McGuire hit his 66th home run.
Mm-hmm.
just 45 minutes after Sammy Sosa hit his 66.
Jeez.
They were on the 66 was 61 was the record I think before that year.
So they were just in a.
They were just one
neck
after
and neck.
another, and so this was a night. I'm sure I was at that gas station working that night.
Yeah.
And somebody asked me what the fuck happened, and yeah, they both hit 66. Oh my, that crazy September.
And somebody's in California finding a nude
Finding
body
a
in an
nude body
aqueduct.
at the same time, and they probably while they were looking, hey, is that a new body in there? Is that a vagina? Hey, Mark McGuire hit his home run. Oh, yeah, you caught Sammy Sosa then, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a tit.
All right. So then in October of '98, he allegedly picked up his fourth victim by a convenience store, and that's the one he said he paid her for sex, and then she died during sex.
Well, in October of '98, Nash Bridges was on with Don Johnson.
Yes, that's right.
And also there was a new Love Boat, The New Wave,
What?
The Next Wave, Love Boat, The Next Wave, starring Robert Ulrich.
I don't remember that.
And I don't think you knew that, but
How do you know? Maybe I knew it.
I didn't think you knew it because I didn't know that happened.
Oh.
October 23rd of '98, researchers reported the completed genetic sequence of chlamydia.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were able to recreate chlamydia for everyone. And Buff Bagwell turned on Rick Steiner during a match, leaving him to win a title on his own.
You're talking about wrestling.
Yeah. Bret Hart has now joined the WCW, and he beat Sting via knockout when he put an unconscious Sting in the sharpshooter. And Hollywood Hogan pinned Warrior after Horace Hogan came out and hit Warrior over the head with a steel chair.
A steel chair. That's unheard of.
Yeah, he hit a person in the head with that.
That's pretty much that.
It's just some shit. that
All right.
happened
So
to
then
Buff Bagwell.
November 2nd, he calls his brother and says he needs help. And
The
his
day
brother,
before Jesse Ventura became a governor.
And then
So he calls his brother after he kills her.
And then
And he tells him?
And then
He tells his brother?
he just says he's
His
needs
brother
help.
or his uncle?
His brother.
His brother.
And he just tells him he needs help.
Oh, he
So
doesn't tell him what he did.
then he goes on the 4th and confesses to the police. So
So the next day.
So then he was placed in a padded cell and put on suicide watch because of his unstable emotional state.
So he didn't really kill a lot of people.
Just 4.
Just 4.
Just 4. But you have to. I think it's. You have to kill.
And none of
I think
them-
it's 3 with a cooling off period in between to be considered a serial
Wait.
killer.
What?
What? All right, enough.
Wait.
No, stop.
You're saying there are wait.
All right, stop it.
You're saying there is a criteria
Yes,
you have
to
to
be
meet
considered
to
a
be
serial
a serial killer?
Yes.
Say the criteria again.
Otherwise, people just willy nilly call themselves serial killers.
You're just a killer. If you've killed 3 people without a waiting period. Wait, what is it? If
It's-
you kill
you kill. I think
God.
it's 3. You kill 3 people with a cooling off period in between your kills.
So if you kill 4 people in a row without
Then
a
you're
cooler,
a mass murderer.
so if I just go down, I go
start-
across the street, I kill Debbie,
And then you go
and then
somewhere
I go
else
across
and
the street
yeah,
and kill
then you're a mass murderer.
Mark, and then I kill Jenny, and then I kill Fred.
Yeah. Then you're a mass
Without
murderer.
cooling off and like going to work and
Yeah.
doing my taxes.
Then you're a mass murderer.
I'm a mass murderer. But
Yeah.
I'm a serial killer.
You kill Debbie.
If I go kill Debbie,
then you
and then I
cool
eat a
off,
sandwich.
Then you wait weeks, months, whatever.
Oh, it has to be more than a day.
Yeah,
What if I
yes.
kill Debbie and then I eat a sandwich and then
no,
I go kill
you're
Mark?
still a mass murderer.
Still a mass murderer?
Yeah.
What if I eat 2 sandwiches?
No, mass murderer.
What if I kill Debbie, I eat 2 sandwiches, I watch an episode of Murder,
No.
She Wrote,
Nope, not going to happen.
or I watch
You can
Cagney
only
and
be a
Lacey?
serial killer if you've waited weeks or months between kills.
What if I watch a marathon of Cagney and Lacey?
And I might have to be a little corrections corner on that because I'm not sure if about the time, but I know you have to have a cooling off period in between.
Oh, but who makes up that? Who says?
The FBI, Behavioral
Oh,
Sciences
the FBI
Unit.
Behavioral
Yeah.
Sciences Unit
Yeah.
says that?
Yeah.
So you're saying if I watch, say I binge watch Cagney and Lacey, and say there's 3 seasons, so it takes me 2 days, and I murder people in between, like every
That's what I might have
7th
to look
episode?
up just to see how long the cooling off period
Well,
is.
if you end up calling anybody, use that exact scenario.
Okay, I will.
Cagney and
Well, I'll call the
Lacey-
FBI and then they'll be at our door.
Call the FBI and say,
Okay.
am I a serial killer if I watch a bunch of Cagney and Lacey episodes, but I murder only
Yeah.
after every 3rd?
Okay, so then
Tell them it's research.
November 4th, the story was released to the public without giving too much detail, but it still got out about him coming in with a boob in his pocket.
Boob in a pocket. I got 1 boob in my pocket. The
So-
other one
Stop it.
still on a person.
Police that knew him stated their reactions to the press, and neighbors began to tell their own stories about Wayne. Some were untrue, some were probably for attention. Then he was arraigned and indicted.
Arraigned and indicted.
Let's see. Judge Michael Smith rules most of his confessions admissible. However, confessions that were made after November 5th were inadmissible, I guess, because he was real medicated.
Oh, because of all the...
They put him on a bunch of medication.
Isn't that Haldol and all that?
Yeah, but they put him on a bunch after they put him in the padded cell.
He's in the padded cell.
Yeah. So they gave him a psychological exam. He was found to be only slightly more psychotic than the average inmate.
That's sad.
So, yeah.
And that makes you psychotic, being in there.
Yeah, that's right. So
Sure.
the jury on June 27th, 2006. Oh, I forgot to tell you that. He did not go to trial till 2006.
Whoa. So...
Yeah. He...
I can't do it. That's 19 years? No.
In
7?
in 90,
6?
yeah, in
7, 8
99,
years?
in 99, he was transferred to the West Valley Detention Center in Rancho Cucamonga. And
Cucamonga!
then he, in 2004 is when the pretrial stuff started, and then in 2006 is when his trial began. So
We have a speedy court system.
no shit.
So in 96, he had a trial.
No, in 2006.
I mean, 2006. Yeah.
The jury reached a verdict, and they found him guilty on all 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Well, he pled guilty, right?
Yes.
All right.
And then they decided they
Let him
sentenced...
free?
No, they sentenced him
They sentenced him to
death.
death.
They sentenced him to death. Sentenced him to death.
Did he die?
He is still on death
Still on
row
death
in
row?
San Quentin,
Death
where all of
row.
them are. He was interviewed for a pre-sentence report and claimed he was very sorry, but he doesn't think he's guilty for 4 counts of first-degree murder. However, he's guilty for 4 accidental murders. And I don't think accidental murder is a thing.
He thinks they were all accidental.
I don't know what...
Oops, I cut your boob off.
Yep, and I tried to cook some of your body parts from my freezer.
So he's still not been killed.
He's still sitting in death
Should we
row.
go visit him and talk to him? And tell him
Let's
about
write
our
some
podcast?
letters. Yeah, tell
We could
him
write a
the start of
letter.
our podcast.
Hey, you're on our podcast.
I do. That would creep me out.
What's his
There's
name
no way.
again? Dave?
Wayne Adam Ford.
Wayne Ford.
Yes, not
Yeah.
the Iowa State representative.
Let's write both of them and see if we can get them both on the podcast.
Yeah, there we go.
Interview them.
I don't think so.
We can interview them in season 2.
That would be way too creepy.
Season 1's almost over.
I know, it's true.
That was a pretty good one. I think I like that
You like
better.
that one?
I like knowing the answer. Like, where is he now?
I know that drives you nuts when it's a mystery.
One of the mystery ones is like, I still don't know what the hell happened to poor Judy, red backpack Judy.
Yeah, I know. I know, baby.
I mean, I know she's dead, I guess,
Yeah.
but
You know she did.
we don't know what happened to
Nope,
her.
that's true.
I still don't know why she left poor fat lawyer guy.
So you had one correction, you said.
Yeah. So it's not really a correction. I guess it's more of an apology.
Corrections and apologies.
So a colleague of mine listened to an episode. I'm glad he did. And I don't know if you recall, I don't think it was last episode. Maybe it was last episode where, no, it was 2 episodes ago where you told me that I kind of looked like The Rock. And I
Yes.
said, no, I used to. Now I look like Fat Elvis.
Yes.
He was very upset that I didn't credit him for calling me Fat Elvis.
Oh.
Because he calls me Fat Elvis every day.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He calls me Fat Elvis. Well, lately he's been calling me Fat Dad. You're a
Jeez.
fat dad, and he keeps singing songs about me being fat.
He sounds like a real pleasant guy.
Yeah, real nice guy. Real nice to share an office with someone who makes you feel terrible about your weight problem every day. It's great.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. I cry myself to sleep, but so my apology is saying this about him now that he's a terrible asshole that says awful things to me every day.
That's not
So-
really an apology, but... well.
So shove that up your ass, Chris Duncan. His name is Chris Duncan, and he's a dick. And he's a fucking millennial who doesn't know shit. That's what I
Oh
tell
my
him all the
God.
time. Oh, you're a fucking millennial. You don't even know who Ben Vereen is.
Yeah.
I told him he looks like Ben Vereen. He didn't know who that was because he's a damn millennial.
Nope, nope.
But he likes bluegrass music, so that's
Yep.
the kind of person you're dealing with.
That's it. All
Fuck
right.
that guy.
Well, I would say it is about time to wrap this
Yeah,
up.
we should probably start wrapping it up. We should probably cue the music from Matt Truman. Boom. Just did that. And
And
now it's slowly crescendoing.
it's time to get out of here, Chuck Berry.
Get the fuck out, Jack B! I love you, Dan Briggs.
Of my life, when the words all come down like blues on Tuesdays come down, throw it all away, throw it all away. We had cats in 75,
wonderful people who have reviewed our podcast on iTunes. The wonderful Laura Owens, cousin Laura, she's great. Carrie Johnson has reviewed us. Dan Briggs, the beautiful, wonderful, and talented Dan Briggs. That guy's good looking. Curran Wood. He's tried to rate us. I saw him try, and iTunes wouldn't let him, so hopefully he'll be able to figure that out. Oh, of course, I can't forget Big Brian Mack. Shout out to Ice, Brian, Carrie, Laura. That's great. I love you guys. Please, if you're listening, rate us on iTunes. I promise I'll mention you. Some of you want to be mentioned, so I'll mention you, and I love you. And next time I see you, I will hug you.